Hi guys, it's Angie and I'm coming today to do a DT for Tracie Fox, and that's Love Junk Journals here on YouTube. So here's some of her information, so I'll just stick that up here. And then so I used her Faux Tea Cards on here, and this one was the woodland. And so like I said, if you go over to Etsy, this is where you'll find all her digi kits. So I kind of like to show that so you guys can kind of see where to go. But she's also on Facebook, YouTube, and she also has a Facebook group. So if you want to go over there and join her group, she has awesome, fun challenges, and she gives little digis away all the time. She's super generous and she's super talented, and I love being part of her team. So thank you so much, Tracie. Anyway, so what I bring to you today is this little art piece here, and this is a kickoff to the Encaustic video, which I'll link that below, on the basics to Encaustics. And I showed you how I took her Faux Tea Cards and I did something different with them. I took a piece of basswood and I just cut it to size, and then I distressed that, and then I distressed this. This isn't completely distressed, but I distressed this, then I mounted it on there. And then after I did that, all I did was to got out my encaustic wax, which I show you in that video, how to put wax over the paper. So you guys have been asking how I've been getting this super shine with the wax. So after it cures for a while, I'll go ahead and buff it. And even a couple days later, you can come back and buff it. You can use use a pantyhose or some pantyhose and buff that, or take the palm of your hand, and sometimes I'll have my finger like this and it'll just kind of buff it there. But I was thinking that, you could use these tea cards for all kinds of stuff. I was thinking book plates, wall art, mixed media, in your journals. You could drill a hole in here and use it for, like, a keychain, or dangle for, it's a pretty big charm. But you could add little sayings with her little mini sayings that she has. You could glue that down before you add the wax over it. There's just so many things you can do with these. This is just a little beginning of doing something different with her digis. And so here's, I just put a big thick glaze over this one, so this one kind of deepen it and enrich the colors, where you can see as the wax just creates like a murkiness and a shine when you buff it. And so this is just a complete shine because this is a glaze over it. And then I also have this. I put her tea card in a book plate, which this is going to be another project that I'll be working on. So that's just another way to use her tea cards. So anyways, let's get into what I created. So these were two of the cards that I had waxed, and then this is a substrate. It's a 5x5 substrate. So all I did was I put my encaustic wax on it. I put a couple layers, and then I inscribed into it. I wrote some words in the back. Then I took this is markings that I had made from a chain, and then I just kind of stabbed and just made markings, scraped it, did a little bit of scraping. Then I came back and took some oil paints, an oil stick, and I rubbed that all on in raw sienna. Then I took some oil and rubbed that off so I could just get the, the embedded parts to pop out. And then I put some string around it, and I got a branch, and I tied some threads around it just to give it another layer of texture. And so these are her Faux Tea Cards here, and then I've got some metal up here. And then on the top I put a handle pull because I just think it's fun. And then on the bottom I finished it off with some dangles. I like it without it, but it's also fun to have another layer of elements. And there's my rusty key, of course. So here's more of an up close and personal. So you can kind of see the shine. I'll go ahead and buff that some more once it cures a little bit. You don't want to buff it right after it's, you set your wax, because, you kind of rub it off and it kind of gets mushy. So you want to make sure everything's cooled to room temperature, and then I give it a little bit after that, and then I start buffing it. But, days after I'll go back and buff it. But this, wax really takes a few months to fully cure. And then if you are the owner of a piece of Encaustics, you don't want to keep it over a fireplace or in front of a window like this because, you know, or this piece, because it would, if it gets over 200 degrees, you know, it'll melt, right? So, but it's a fun medium to use, and I've been missing it, and I really love and enjoy working with it. And so if you want to check my video out on the basics of Encaustic, you can, like I said, I'll leave that link below. But anyhow, so this is my DT Tracie. I hope you enjoy this project. Thank you so much for being open to my ideas and my craziness, and letting me just create with your digi art, because it's beautiful work that you do, and I'm having so much fun being able to work with it. So I hope everybody's having a lovely week, and we will see you again. Bye bye.